I said to these twisted minds, we have to take the nastiness to it. I said, in the minds of these twisted individuals, monkeying about. I used the word monkeying about in a disused boatyard amounts to victory. But somehow it was watered down. You know, there was a time the acting director of Army Public Relations, Colonel Segil, said, even if a soldier's wife miscarries, there's a miscarriage, militants will take responsibility. Yes or no? Yes. It was humor, but it shows you that we have the capacity for nastiness. So I think what we do is that we try to ensure that our communication is witty. We should put some life into our products. Then in conclusion, the big one. The distinguished professor, when I grow up, sir, I would love to be like you. A mechanism that guarantees trust and ensures protection of citizens who volunteer information. In all honesty, can we say we have a viable IO framework today? I think we have other capabilities that are supposed to contribute to IO. And honestly, everybody is operating on his own. Let me commend the Army. I saw the Cyber Warfare Center. So what it means is that the Cyber Warfare Center, the DAPR, even CIMIC, unless I forget CIMIC, will all come together to project IO objectives. So the director, sir, I think we will need to get across to these core capabilities and work together. That is the first step towards developing an information operations framework. For one, I don't think the framework is that strong. Yes, so chat group are so. IO is increasingly becoming a joint capability. It's not a single service thing. For as long as our operations are going to be joint, then our IO capabilities have to be integrated. I think for those of you coming from behind, you have a lot of work to do. The commandant is here. Please, two things. Tell DMAT to come and train us in IO estimate, especially these young ones. When we went for the program, we suffered. We did, two of us. Yeah, we were almost lost. It was just because I did estimate process in staff course. That was how I was able to follow up, but it was tough. So the takeaway is, then doctrine. All of us here, we know what IO tells me. We know what media operations is. Can't we sit down from this engagement and bring up a manual, handbook, practical handbook on information operations? Only the Army has. I saw media operations handbook. But finance has manual of financial administration. The finance specialization, they have. So why can't we come together under the auspices of the DDI? Let's come up with a manual. Because these young men, these lieutenants, when they come, they should be able to open a book and be able to know what this thing entails. I think in terms of capacity building, those are the areas that we should look at. Let me thank my colleague, my brother, the acting director, for inviting me here. Now, when I go back, I've studied so much here. Me too, I'll go to the Navy and plant these things I saw here. We are working, that's why the Army is senior brother. Well, we do. I mean, when you create an institution, we'll take it over. We'll make it defense. So, I've told the DGI, I've told you too. Your last thing, you're going to just accept, let it be the nucleus of the Defense Information School. Please, for the sake of our specialization, not for the sake of service interest or personal interest. That school should be moved from Lagos, and look, let us develop that school. We are recruiting more and more officers and soldiers into this military public relations specialization. And honestly, if we don't have capacity for training them, it's going to be a problem. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Commander Dabu. Over to you. Colonel Samuel, retired but not tired.
Thank you very much. The Acting Director, Army Board Relations, Colonel Sergio Musa, esteemed guests here seated. I want to actually thank the Acting Director for this privilege to come back to the fold of public relations practitioners to be discussant on this paper by my prof and lecturer and tutor while I was a student at NASPRI. And it's another homecoming too for me because I served in this same division for 9 years, second lieutenant to captain. 1993 to 2002 I was here. I know what it is to organize events in this place. So it's a very rare privilege. For want of time, I do not want to bore you, but let me just go straight. A lot has been said about information operations. We've heard about more so the literature and other aspects of information operations. But are we actually practicing information operations? Intelligence score, if you go by Nigerian manual, media manual. So the essence of information operations is all about influence operation, perception, enduring perceptions. How do you garner perceptions of the public? So the next point will go, how do you go about doing it? We're public relations practitioners here seated. What is PR? It's a deliberate, planned, and sustained effort geared towards what? Achieving an end state. What is information operations? It's also a deliberate effort. It's a planned effort. So as public relations officers, we must do what? Plan. We must work deliberately towards achieving an end. And that is where the issue of the information operations, the estimate comes into place. We do not know it. That's the gospel truth. We don't have it. So we need to study. We need training programs. Not training programs for one or two that are privileged to go to UK. Training programs in-house. We can start from the in-house, we can start from NASPRI. We started a strategic communication program, but we did not get it right. What we did was just to completely we just overturned the normal estimate process into that, and we did not achieve our aim. So that is the key point, training and continuous training. As PR officers, information, how do we gather the public support? We have the aspect of propaganda. So may I please answer your question? Propaganda is an aspect of a PR tool. We have what we call half-truths, red herrings. Those are aspects you can employ towards achieving an end state. So propaganda in its own word is not derogatory. It is how you employ it that becomes derogatory. So as PR practitioners, we should take advantage of it, but do not be caught in the web of saying this is an half-truth. Where then, let's move forward. We have the public. How do we get to them? In the past, we had traditional media. But in the 21st century, just like the prof said, we have gone past the traditional media. So we should take advantage of the new media. Not just taking advantage, how do we fuse the two media together? And now you now come over to the issue of what? Media operations. So we're employing all these aspects to make ends meet. Taking advantage of the various platforms that we have to push our work. But as a public relations practitioner, you should also understand that your own work is to do what? Analyze and what? Predict and analyze trends of events. If you cannot do that, then you cannot get forward to doing what? Churning out information. So in that case, it means that when you have all this done, that gives you the collective approach of the estimate process, you'll be having what? You have your messaging. In that case, you will now have what we call key messages that you want to communicate to the public. Messages that you have tested over time to know that when you send out this message, you get what? The desired response. You will now know that the public is with you. I do not think the army has a bad image. It is what you have in your mind that speaks volume about you. We do not have a bad image. We've evolved over the time. The idea of armed relations has also evolved over time. We are not laundering an image. We are rather sustaining an image that we made over time. We're building on it because life itself is a building process. So every day we learn new things and we look forward, the way forward. What do? Psychological operations. We cannot do it alone, like Ogadawa said. We need all the various departments. The Chief of Army Staff has gone a long way of having to have the civil military relations, civil military condition unit. We also have a cyberspace group. But are we working in unison? Are we working as a team? Is there that synergy? Is there that jointness? Does CIVIC know what DAPR is doing? Does DAPR know what cyber warfare is doing? You drop a message that the spokesman of the army is saying something different from what is on the cyberspace, something's wrong. I was sitting in Maiduguri where somebody called me and was asking me that they are trying to gauge the setting of people in Maiduguri, and also they've spoken with one of the media houses, and so like you tell them what is the feedback. Nobody spoke to me. Because of what you intend to get in the long run, somebody goes ahead to push out, to try a process without having to carry out that. We must carry ourselves as a team, and then we get the desired result. If you have the work being done by CIVIC, the PR department will push it out. If the employee does not know what the CIVIC is doing, CIVIC is a coordination unit. You must not be a PR one to be in the CIVIC department. But there's an aspect that is going to do what? Publicize that activity. And so you need that media. There's an engineer that's going to assist in build the bridges. You need that man. So there must be that coordination. Collaboration must come in there. We also need the Navy, we need the Air Force. We all need to work as a team. But that's not happening. As PR men, where do we find ourselves? We find ourselves in a divide. I was in Lafayette Dole. We did not work alone. We worked with as far as having to work with the University of Maiduguri, the SIOP department. I had a general staff commanding that came to push things forward. It, to a point, some people were not giving information. But the man said we needed to work as a team. And we got a third party. Nobody knew that some of the things we did online, some things we saw online, were not things that were done by anybody. We did them from 7 divisions. But we did not take the credit. You have to invite a journalist, for instance. Give him the suspect. Give him the Boko Haram suspect. Give him the person that has been captured. Give him the sick person. Give your guidelines. You will not cross this boundary. But please, look at this man. You know what the problem is. Suicide bombing is bad. He'll tell him that what you want to expose what is the ills of suicide bombing. And what are you doing? You're making the terrorists look what? Look stupid and look bad. And somebody now pushes the information and somebody hears it from a credible source. So using credible partners, credible leaders will also assist. Those are things we employ. So if you're not at your game, you will not have it. We also have to collaborate with the National Orientation Agency. I tried it, but this is a country where everybody thinks anything you do, money must be tied to it. I got them to the point I was buying biscuit and sweets. I have one or two officers here straight from my own pocket because I just wanted those children. I wanted to win them over. We had a tape that we played, DAPR events. It was just a documentary by DAPR. In the long run, all we had to do that day was just a 5-minute clip of a suicide bomber, a young girl that gave off herself to say, okay, I will not detonate my vest. And we got her to send that message. But we spent 1 hour. That 1 hour we were showing film, but the whole work was just for 5 minutes. In the middle of it, we now showed the film. We now had somebody there to now talk to them about those ills of those things. Because some of those IDP camps, you find some of those suicide bombers seated. You find something being planned in those camps. So it is your own work as a DAPR man to think well. You must think. You must be innovative in ideas. And you must know what channels you have to use to churn out your message. I believe that the term information operations is not ours for now. This topic is about how we have to win the hearts and minds of the civilians. That is what this topic is all about. But if we want to go into proper literature, then that means we have to go back home and do our work. Do our homework very well. We caught a civilian. We caught a Boko Haram suspect. In the heat of the battle, the Boko Haram terrorists abandoned him and left him. One of their vehicles crushed his leg. The leg was amputated. He didn't have that information. They left him. But what did we do? We turned it around. We publicized that same photograph of how the army rescued a Boko Haram terrorist and assisted in giving him medical treatment to show what? The humane part of the Nigerian army in the fight against what? Terrorism. So we have to take the whole picture. Gentlemen, if you do not train, if you not bring yourself to the level, you will not measure up. Do we have what it takes in the public relations department to tell ourselves that we have competent and reliable officers? It comes with education. That's the good thing about this training. It's an aspect of education. Funding. Do we have the adequate funding? It has improved over time from the period which I was population also. Do we have the equipment? We do not have a cell that is a new media cell. I know then there are SK Usman was thinking about the social media cell. Have we activated the new media cell where you have an officer, you have soldiers man that cell to look beyond the nose of the director, to become like advisors to the director? He's not buying to take your whatever you turn out to him. You know, do we have that? Do we have people analyzing clips? Do we have people predicting when Boko Haram will drop the next video? We don't have that. We have to think about that. How far have we exploited the YouTube? We have loaded the media, the new media, with pictures and statements that sometimes come back haunting us. But how far have we exploited the video clips for YouTube, which will go 100-fold? Then let's go back to the question. How far, how in-depth, how to step down in the public relations department in the theater of operation? We have grown. Yes, we have grown. Do you have the PR man in the battalion? No. You have it in the brigade? Yes. Where do you have it in the brigade? Headquarters. Where does the action take place? Battalion. Can't we have combat teams? 3 soldiers, 1 photographer, 1 video cameraman, 1 CSM to become like a reporter. All he does is what? Gives the command, gives the brigade, the deputy, how do you call it now? Assistant Director of Operations? Gives him what? Information that he can pass to the DDAPR, who in turn will pass same to the acting director. Rather than having to wait to hear from a man that will tell you what he wants to hear. And in the long run, you now say, sorry, it was an erroneous information. It will cut what? The time for which you have to spend 48 or 58 hours having what? Credible information to give to the press that cannot wait for more than 24 hours. We must think, we must go back. I'm proud I started from here, and I've left here, and I'm going to enjoy here outside, beyond this. So, the acting director, I thank you for this privilege. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for your comment. We have a challenge here. The information operation takes care of media operations and psychological operations. But the issue is this. Do we have media operations paragraph in our operational orders? We don't. And in some instances, your principal goes out, you're not taking into confidence when an operation is being planned. I have a personal experience. Something came up in my AOR. The soldiers were deployed. I was not aware. It was a reporter who was trying to find out. He called me, what is going on in social place? I was at a loss. So these are some of the things we are facing. I think when we were in nursery, during our strategic communication course, we came up with a template that would be discussed with ASA to be adopted as part of our media operations package that we will give it to all the assistant directors wherever we are. Maybe acting director will take this up later with ASA. Thank you. We are now in the interactive session. I'm going to go left flank in this time. I won't go right like others have been going. So I'm going to start from here. And then just your questions, just jot them down, go straight, forget about protocol. Time is fast spent. I'm starting from my left. So I think we'll come to you later. But if there's nobody, let's start with the commandant. Thank you.
The acting director and the convener of this very educated, incisive, collaborative, esprit de corps, and all the adjectives to qualify our gathering today. I am going to spring a surprise. The surprise I'm going to spring is to the moderator. I want the acting director to kindly request AHQ Garrison to release Colonel Ochabuba, who was one time a student in nursery and one time deputy commandant, to please start preparing for information operation estimates to impart to the next course come middle of September. Thank you very much.
maybe what you do is, let's also talk to DMAT. Let's talk to DMAT too. DMAT, yes. Let those their instructors in Nigeria, they are willing to do so.
We're in touch.
Okay,
They
let
are
them
in
come.
touch, but maybe just an introduction to it.
It was extensively discussed, and they promised us that we make a representative come. The commander answer, was that a question, an observation, or an invitation? Okay, we'll come to the middle of the hall. Of the hall. From the rear, the lecture was very exciting. I expect more reactions.
Question.
Okay, Captain Audu.
Captain Ayo Audu, sir. The resource person, sir. In your lecture, you gave us quite an elaborate definition of the concept of information operation, and you indeed dissected other concepts in your topic. However, there is a key area of your topic which I would implore you to also speak further on so that we can benefit from your experience in that area. Because one of the key variables of this topic is galvanizing citizen support towards successful military operation. And I think as a young public relations officer, those are the aspects that one would really want to benefit from. Because most of these other concepts, of course, they are out there. We also try to get in touch and in tune with some of them. But in terms of that aspect, we would like to know how we can achieve this. As against, yes, as a PRO, it is my responsibility to educate the public to see that our operation is for them. But I think the key take home for me is how do I do that? So I would like you to look into that as we discuss further. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm going to take 2 more questions. I'll come to you later. Yes.
Yes. Once again, I'm Mohammed Sabi. Okay. I'm Mohammed Sabi, acting chairman, Nigeria Union of Journalists. Sir, in your lecture, I don't know whether you are castigating the media as contributing to the wars that we're having in the society. So I want to really get you. Are you blaming the media for exposing the moral decadence of our society or exposing the corruption in our societies? I didn't get you, because you are even saying, where are the media? As if we are the problem of Nigeria. Thank you.
Let the presenter respond.
Thank you so much, and I start with the acting chair of the Kaduna State chapter of the Nigerian Union of Journalists. Thank you so much. Let me say it clearly, even though I need to know which part you work for the station. I'm the northern editor of Nigerian Tribune. On the northern editor of the Nigerian Tribune. Thank you so much. Let me say it clear, because you want to get more clarity about what I've said. The media, get it clear, is the fourth estate of the realm. In other words, the media is a critical component of Nigerian project. What I said is this, that the media, or the representatives of the media, what happens in other terrain is not happens in our own terrain. The operatives are expected in whatever dimension to first of all have this word that I said, patriotism. That is what I said is lacking in most of us, we lack that patriotic, ability in us. And so what am I talking about being patriotic? Remember that you are coming from a family. You are coming from a village. You are coming from a district. You are coming from a local government. You are coming from a state. Now, the activities of the military, the activities of the armed forces, is about internal security and indeed external security. Now, if there is a new story that comes before you, look at that very, very critical. Know how to write the story in such a way that it is not something that will now engulf into fire. What happens in other climes, which I gave an example, is that there are so many terrible things happening in those climes, but because of their own patriotic zeal in them, those things are not being communicated. That we say we are journalists does not mean that we are out there to write, report everything. We also have within our code of ethics writing and reporting responsibly. So that is what I'm talking about. So just for you to have that. So I'm also coming from that environment. Like I told you, I started my career in Newswatch communication.
Thank you.
Back to Audu, my brother. Yes, you are talking about how can we now have this citizen, galvanizing citizen support. Yes, there is a way we are going to have that. So just start thinking of what I'm going to say. Going back to the KPI, key performance indicator. One thing that I've had now that I think I thought that has been sorted out, but now we are now discussing, but I want to believe that the Directorate will work towards getting all these things sorted out. At all the levels, both at the operative, strategic, and tactical level of operations, public relations is key. If we do not have public relations at the battalion level, it is a gap that needs to be filled with all efforts that should be accorded to it. If not only at the brigade level, we should have it at the battalion level and at the division level. Now, how can we now have this galvanizing support that we're not talking about? Have you been able to do what we call public analysis? Who are if I'm here, for example, as the public relations executive of the battalion, one thing I'll have to first of all do is what are the roll call of my internal publics? What are the roll calls of my external publics? Have I identified them clearly? Do they know them? And do they know that I recognize them as my external public? Because it's not just to do the listing. This person there should know that you need him in achieving your goal. If you are there at the battalion, in your listing, do you have the police commissioner or the DPO in that area or whatever in your listing of the publics? Or do you have the opinion leaders that are there? Like we only talked about the other time. Do you know that a statement by a respected opinion leader can change a lot of things? There are so many things that are happening in this country today. But when somebody now speaks, the people, where the person is coming from, you will see how the way the whole thing will change. Now some people are quiet because of the way things are. But when the dynamics change, they will do that. So what thing that is critical is that do a list of your internal publics and do a list of your external publics. So your external public, where do you now then look at the agents of socialization? What are these agents of socialization? The family, and in this kind of, I'd say the family. So if you are internal, how have you been able to now take part? Have you been able to organize some kind of activities that bring the families of people that are in the barrack there together? Or it is only when it is during Wasa, or what do we call that? a tombola. Is it only at that level? So at what point in time do you now, because it is the activities that you heard that you now start getting the support we're now talking about. It's not when you just leave this at family. Now if we have some brethren, maybe Christians or Muslims, so there's a Christian in our group should be able to also gather some information from that angle. The Muslim in our group should be able to gather some information from that. What do you think we can do? That is it. These are critical things. Salah has passed on already. During that Salah, have we been able to organize some kind of activities that will bring the family members in the barrack together? Have we been able to even pay a visit to say, well, today being the PRO person in in this battalion or in this barrack, let me move around from block to block, that we're here to know how do you celebrate the Salah. Because there are so many things you do that will indeed elicit that kind of support you. I'm not talking about internal politics. Now you take that activity that I've done internally to the external public. Now what are the kind of social groups that are there? Have you been able to pay a visit to the university that are there in that environment to start thinking of, so that a head of department can organize something that you now come and talk? Or that maybe somebody in the director will say, okay, please, we want you to come and talk to us